Goedenavond, je luistert naar Radio 6 live vanaf het North Sea Jazz Festival. En tegenover mij staat niemand minder dan de man die ook wel de Herbie Hancock van het nieuwe millennium wordt genoemd. Jawel, de Nieuw-Zeelandse / Japanse producer en muzikant Mark de Clive-Lowe. Gisteren stond hij nog te draaien in de North Sea Jazz Club in Amsterdam. Vanavond gaat hij hier draaien, maar dan met een aantal jazzmuzikanten. En hij is ook nog eens hier in de studio. Mark, good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You're introduced in the booklet of the North Sea Jazz Festival as the Herbie Hancock of the new millennium.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, you didn't, but other people say it.
That's very flattering. I mean, Herbie's a huge inspiration. He's done so much amazing music and so much for music. So, I mean, any comparison is very flattering, but I just try and be myself.
But you're a jazz piano player, just like Herbie.
I grew up as a jazz piano player, and then I got very much involved with DJ culture and club culture, a lot of electronic music, dance music, and remixes. And then over time, I kind of learned how to bring that all together with the jazz music and kind of create it into one sound.
Yeah, because if I think of you and I think of Herbie, I would merely call you a DJ and a producer more than a musician. Or do you see your instruments and your turning tables and your samplers as an instrument?
I grew up on the piano, very much so. I started piano when I was age 4, and I ended up getting into DJ culture a lot later. But I guess a lot of music I did identified me with that kind of world more. Mm-hmm. So I guess some people see me playing piano sometimes and they're like, wow, I didn't know you played piano. And then some people see me on turntables and drum machines like, wow, I didn't know you DJ. So I guess people have different perceptions, and I like to kind of be a bit under the radar and slip between the different worlds when I want to.
Mm-hmm. Tonight you're going to play here with a very great jazz drummer, Greg Hutchinson, and a young singer from London. I actually do not know her.
Tawia.
Yeah, can you introduce her to us?
Tawia is fantastic. I mean, we've been working together for about 5 or 6 years. She's been touring with Mark Ronson a lot on his band, and then she has her own solo project. But she's just a fantastic, very soulful singer, a lot of spirit, a lot of energy. And then, of course, Greg he needs no introduction to most jazz audiences. And for me, like I love working with musicians in my kind of bringing them into my world when they do something different. And Greg was saying last night, he's like, man, I love doing this because I don't get to play this kind of stuff. And that's something which happens more and more often now, and I love having that opportunity.
Because I think Greg played here also with the Joshua Redman double trio a few years ago. Mm-hmm. So how does it work tonight, Mark? I mean, you're there, you're here you play on the, how do you call it, on a little a terrace. You have a drummer with you, you have a singer with you, you have all your electronics with you. How does it work? Who follows who? Who starts?
Everyone's following me.
Oh, yeah?
Basically, I have a drum machine and keyboards and effects, and then I create everything from nothing. Like, nothing's prepared. So I'm creating basically live beats and drum and bass parts and keyboard parts and performing that all live. And then Greg, with being the live drummer, he's kind of bringing that extra flavor to that. And then Tawia is singing. And there's certain songs that are in the repertoire, but she doesn't know how we're going to do them, when we're going to do them. So it's very much a spontaneous thing where, for me, it's like, where a DJ gets to choose what records he plays, I get to make the records as people hear them.
Yeah.
That's a really exciting thing for me.
And do you, if the audience behaves in a certain way, do you make different tunes? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, I've done shows.
So you're influenced by the surroundings.
Yeah, I feel like the audience is definitely a big part of the energetic transaction. The music is all very much rooted in dance music, and different audiences like to groove in different ways. And I love that, if I feel like they want to go a certain direction, I can flip that in a second. And it's, whether it's like an Afro-Cuban percussion kind of thing, which is all programmed electronically, or it's more of a hip-hop leaning, or it's more of a jazz vibe, we can just go that way whenever we want to.
It's all improvisation, so in your heart you're still a jazz musician, Mark.
It's highly improvisational. And it's funny because I used to, when I started doing this, I would prepare the drum machine in advance. And I did a show in Budapest about 10 years ago, and they wanted an encore, but I had nothing prepared. So I had to get up and create something live and spontaneously. And that reminded me of growing up as a jazz musician. And it was a really great awakening for me to realize how to bring the two worlds together more. And I think that's part of the reason why jazz musicians do love to be part of it too.
Mark de Clive-Lowe, thank you very much.